It's the Sean Widmer Podcast. It's a journal by someone that just really doesn't like to write.
I don't know how today's podcast goes. I know how I wanted it to go, and I had this whole plan this week, but I don't think that plan's going to happen. I wanted to talk about, and we'll get to it on the podcast apparently. If you're watching on YouTube, thanks for watching. You'll see puffy red eyes. I wanted to talk about Weezer, my love for them. That's something that I wanted to get to. I wanted to get to something on your phone that I thought was kind of cool. I didn't know about a feature I didn't know about, which we can get to. I had a sweaty story I wanted to get to on the podcast today. And then Friday's podcast was going to be what this podcast is, which this podcast comes out on the 6th of August, a Wednesday. And it is a very bummer day because we are putting the dog down today. Sweet Jovie Sue, my wife's very best friend, and her dog since she started college. It's the end of the rope for old Jovie Sue. Long, good life until about 4 months ago, I would say. And then it all went downhill, but we found out from the vet who their job is to tell you, truly to let the dog live as long, or the animals live as long as possible, because they want to make money off of you. I mean, we all know this, right? How's the dog? The dog could be beyond its last leg, and they're like, no, dog's great. Dog's great. Bring it in next week and we'll do like triple surgery on it and it'll be $40,000 and then you'll be fine. They want that money, but we took the dog into the vet because she just hasn't been right. And they were like, look, there's a enormous cancer mass that has grown and grown in Jovie's throat. She has not been able to breathe very well lately. And then all of a sudden she started hacking all the time. And they were like, it's terminal. This is bad. She's in a bad spot. And watching her in the last 2 weeks just slowly deteriorate has been a very interesting experience for me. So, I really wish I had written something out here and I was doing like an Ode to Jovie episode that does it justice. I think one of the great things you can look up on YouTube, if you are a lover of dogs and want to know the importance, if you're not a dog lover, it doesn't matter if you're a dog lover or you're not a dog lover, and you just need to know the importance of dogs and someone who loves dogs in their life, go look at Scott Van Pelt from ESPN, from SportsCenter. He did a really excellent job speaking about his dog when they had to put his dog down. His dog passed away. It's so well spoken as SVP is. Excuse me. And it's worth checking out. But I wanted to give real quick. It's not my wife's perspective on the dog. This is mine. For my wife, the dog is everything. It's been with her through, I said I didn't want to give her perspective. I'm just going to give you her story with it. She got the dog in college. We went through tonight. We were talking about where's Jovie's favorite place to live. She lived in multiple places with Anna in Nashville, moved to LA with Anna, then moved to Spokane, lived in 3 different places in Spokane, then moved to Lexington. We lived with the in-laws for a while, and then we've lived in this house, for a year and a half. And so that's, Jovie's been a lot of places. She's traveled with Anna. She's been to more states than I think more people have. She's gone to through all the Southeast. She's gone through all the West Coast. She's gone some Midwest. She and I drove across the country when I moved to Lexington. I brought Jovie with me. I've driven Jovie from Nevada, from when Anna moved from LA to Spokane. I met her in Vegas because there was the ACM Awards. And so we met in Vegas, and I picked up Jovie and drove Jovie from Vegas to Spokane. So I've been on like some crazy long road trips with this dog. But this dog is everything to my wife. She's been there. The dog has been there for all of it, right? Anything Anna's done from college till now, that dog has been there for. We're talking moves, breakups, new relationships, breakups, me, the craziness that is me, us getting married, not the dog and me, but my wife and I getting married, moving in together. Jovie has me now in the house. And then the addition of the kids, which is crazy, a crazy thing to watch happen. So she's been there for all of it with Anna. She's always been the rock, right? And that's not going to be around anymore, which is so weird to think about. But let's talk about me, right? Dang it. But I guess this is my shout out to dogs. Because if you know me well, I am not a dog person. I'm not a pet person. I'm not an animal person. I never wanted to have, I've never had interest in having a dog. I've never been down with dogs. My buddies who had dogs know I never liked them. I don't like when a dog jumps up on you. I don't like when a dog like runs up and like tries to like get on you. I don't like it. I'm not a dog person. And that was how I went into this relationship, not being a dog person. Now, I lied to my wife like crazy when I went and visited her in LA for the very first time. I didn't really know she had the dog. I didn't know the importance of the dog. And then I realized real quickly, so of course, dog guy. Count me in as a dog guy. Love this dog. Jovie Sue, love this dog. And went back and on the radio, dumb me, I talked about how I was like, man, I had to fake it like I like dogs. And of course my wife was listening and was like, you don't like dogs? So that was a whole thing to start the relationship off. But I was just remember being like, I don't like dogs. I don't like dogs. And then this dang dog changed it all for me. And Anna would go on trips. She'd bring Jovie up to Spokane, leave her with me. And I remember being like, I don't know the first thing about taking care of a dog. I don't know anything about dogs. And now it's just me and this dog in my apartment in Spokane. What do I do? And I fell in love with this dog. The cuddliest, chillest, not jumping on you dog. Barked a lot, but just the chillest. And Anna left her at my place a couple times for more than a week at a time. And this is, I'm not used to dogs at all. And now I'm getting a dog for over a week at a time. And I'm like, what do I do? And Jovie was like, you know what you do? You sit on the couch. I'm going to jump up on the couch cushion behind you. I'm going to lay down and we're going to watch a Blazers game every night. And that dog and I probably watched 40 Blazers games together the first year of me dating Anna and me watching that dog. We watched every night. Every night I had her, we watched a game. And I had her a lot because Anna had traveled a lot that year. And I like watched her. Anna was gone for Thanksgiving for a week, and I watched the dog for that week. Like there was just a lot of me and the dog, and we just watched Blazers games. And I was like, "You are the coolest dog." I get it a little bit now. You're just around. I don't have to worry about like conversation. I don't have to worry about, let's go on. Like, do I have to entertain or anything like that? It's just the dog's hanging out, and that dog won me over big time. That dog has grown on me mightily. And if you had ever told me in my life before meeting Jovie that I was ever going to tear up about a dog, I would have been like, nope. Dogs in movies, it doesn't do anything for me. And people get really sad at dog movies. And I never feel anything for the dog. I feel for the people, but not the dog. Tonight we sat with Jovie and I grabbed her because we have to be the last couple of months. She had a stroke, and so she lost her hearing, lost her sight, lost her sense of smell, hasn't really been able to know where she is. The last couple of weeks hasn't really been able to stand up all the way. Can't control her bowels, is peeing and going potty everywhere all the time. Like it's bad. Gagging on everything. It's just been bad. But we have to, physically carry her outside, give her a chance to go potty, put a diaper on her because she's just been peeing everywhere, and then carry her back in. You just got to carry. It's been carrying her everywhere, up and down stairs for, last couple months, but especially the last few weeks. And so I grabbed her in the front yard tonight to bring her in, and I just held her, and everything that dog has been there for the last 10 years of my life hit me. It was like, I mean, it was just a slideshow of like all these huge events in my life, and the dog was around for them all, right? I mean, the dog was there for all of them, and it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing, right? I talked about the silliness of my Nalgene bottle a couple weeks ago and how that was so important because, you know, I had it for 21 years and it's around. This is that on steroids, right? Because it's a living, breathing thing that had moments with you, that had, you know, it just was there. And it like could sense when your things were off and could sense when things were right, weirdly, you know. And I don't know, man. I'm still not a dog person. I'm going to tell you that. My wife's already working on what are we going to get next. And I'm like, nothing. I don't want another dog. I love you, Jove, but you didn't make me a dog person. You just made me love you. And it is going to be it's going to be weird in this house. I guess the one thing that is easier is that she hasn't been her for 4 months. It hasn't been Jovie for 4 months. It's just been this dog going downhill, and it's been really interesting and hard to watch. And the addition of 3 kids with a dog that's been difficult has been rough for her because she gets a little more neglected, and it's like, Jovie, like you're in the way, and like, oh, I feel bad, but it's like we've got 3 kids and trying to keep them safe and healthy, and Jovie's, you know, all over the place. And it's like, Jovie, you can't just poop where Woods, like it's just, you know, it's a lot of stuff. But it's gonna be weird with her gone. But like, I can't imagine if it had just been tragic and she was just gone, one day there, one day gone, and that was it, and it had been good. Watching her get this way is going to soften the blow a little bit of, yeah, the house will be empty tomorrow night. I will not have my partner in crime in the post. Everyone goes to bed. The kids and my wife all go to bed. It's just Jovie and me in the house running amok. That won't be there, but that's been the thing. I haven't really had that the last, especially couple of weeks. She's just not there, but it's the best dog. And she won me over. I never thought that was going to be possible. And it's going to be a really sad time in the house for the next few weeks. And my sons don't get it at all. Woods will never know, which is sad. Woods will never remember or know anything about this dog. Huck probably won't either. Olivia will a little. Olivia and the dog have bonded. And today, I guess they were in the van, and Olivia asked Anna, you know, is Jovie going to be there when I wake up tomorrow? And Anna was like, she will be there tomorrow morning, but not tomorrow afternoon. And Olivia said, I wish you hadn't have told me that. That makes me too sad. And so, you know, she realizes what's happening, so we're dealing with that. Anyways, I try to make this positive and a fun podcast, and that was all. I feel like pretty sad. I didn't talk about any of the fun, goofy stuff I wanted to talk about today. But I guess I would leave you with, just the reminder of like, I'm not a dog person, but they're special, right? They're special. And so if you have one, I hope you can remember they're special and they're cool. And if you had one and lost it, you know, and it's moved on and it's gone to the farm or whatever fun dog phrase you got, you know, gone to heaven with what was Charlie? With Charlie, you can never come back. I was double crossed by a dirty rat. Actually, that rat was a dog. That's a great dog. That's my favorite dog movie. All dogs go to heaven. But just, you know, remember your dog. Take a moment. Remember your dog. Remember all the things that it gave you. Hopefully you can love on a dog when you're listening to this, for those of you who love dogs. My mom and I, we're not doing that. But shout out to Sue's. Jovie Sue. Jovie Sue, Susan, Susie Q's. Crapped all over this house the last couple of months. It's been a real pain in the rear to clean up after her, but wouldn't have it any other way. Part of the family forever, and will absolutely be missed in this house. And I, for one, would like to keep it that way. Like, let's just remember this one dog forever. And why do we need to bring another one around to, take? But you're not going to get better. You're not going to find a better dog. So we could end on a high note with the best dog ever, or we could go get one that's crazy and none of us like because it's not Jovie. So that's what we got to work on now. But man, it's not fun. It's not fun. I laugh only because I don't want to cry. So there you go, Jovie, the best dog. if you got to be around her, hopefully you got to enjoy her a little bit. Hopefully she was fun for you and loved on you. I guarantee she barked at you. That dog loved to bark at strangers or non-strangers. But thank you, Jovie, for ever changing my perspective on at least one dog. And thank you for being part of this life, because it was really fun to have that dog around for 10 years of my life. All right, that's it for today's podcast. I'm just going to go look through pictures.